the NFL. It's on Westwood One.
Trips left, single man right. Wilson in the gun. P-Ryan to his right. Here's the snap. Wilson back to pass. Wilson under pressure. Steps up. Throws back in the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown Denver. Touchdown Denver. Cortland Sutton, a leaping grab in the back of the end zone. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Inside the Kansas City 9. Detroit second down and 4. Receiver in motion under center. Goff. There's the snap. The spin. Handoff in a burst. And it's Montgomery over the guard. The 5. Touchdown! The Lions have tied the game. David Montgomery bursting over the right guard for 6. Wow!
Now, let's enter the stadium and join J.P. Shadrick and Mike Golick.
We welcome you to Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan, for the finale of our special NFL Saturday triple header. Playoff implications in both conferences. The 9-4 Detroit Lions entertain the 7-6 Denver Broncos. Today's broadcast of the National Football League on Westwood One is sponsored by AutoZone, by Crest Toothpaste, by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by Hulu Plus Live TV, by Navy Federal Credit Union, and by NFL.com. Happy holidays and welcome to Game 3 of our special Saturday NFL triple header. Earlier today, the Bengals beat the Vikings in overtime 27-24, and the Colts knocked off the Steelers 30-13. And welcome to Motown. J.P. Shadrick with Mike Golick. John Sashauer will join us shortly from our Westwood One studios. Only 4 weeks to go in the regular season, so tonight's game pivotal in both the AFC and NFC playoff races. The Broncos, one of a group of teams, 7-6 coming into the weekend in the AFC, only a game back of the Chiefs, and then the Lions, 9-4, first place in the NFC North. It doesn't get much bigger than this.
No, it really doesn't. You look at Denver right now on the outside looking in, coming into this weekend, but I think there's a lot of people thinking Pittsburgh is going to fall off, and they did today, losing to the Colts. Mitch Trubisky got benched in this game, so if they are to fall out, someone's going to go up, and there's a bunch of 7-6 teams that are looking to do that, and Denver's one of them, so they understand, the importance of getting this win. You got the head-to-head battles you have to work out as well, but try and get above that Mendoza line, which is number 7 in the NFL.
They're surging, though. I mean, they started 1-5. The Broncos did. They've now won 6 of the last 7. Quarterback plays a big part of that, of course, but the defense is leading the league in takeaways. That's a good combination.
It's a great combination. Complementary football right there. We'll talk, obviously, a lot about both sides of this. But it was interesting, JP, when Sean Payton went to Denver, a lot of us as analysts, think we're smart. We're like, wow, how is this going to work? Russell loves to create on his own, and Sean Payton loves you in the pocket. Getting rid of the ball, spread it out like a great point guard like Drew Brees did. How is it going to work? And early on, we were all like, see, we told you it wasn't going to work. They're 1-5, and now they've made it. Denver's made us all shut up and say, look what we can do. We've got our footing a little better. Defense is playing lights out right now. It's one of the hottest teams in football.
Meanwhile, the Lions turning the ball over a bunch. The last 4 games, they've given it up 10 times, 9 of those from Jared Goff alone. That's got to stop.
Well, they're one of the best teams, without a doubt, in the NFC. We keep wanting to put them there at times with San Francisco, Dallas. Then you got Philly. We want to say Denver, and we get the rankings there with the division leaders. Philly, obviously, outside of that now. But they just haven't had that consistency, right? We know they can have firepower on offense. Defense a little at shaky times, but you cannot afford to turn the ball over as much as they are.
We'll see if they run the ball tonight with their duo of running backs, and the Lions looking for a playoff berth for the first time since 2016. Game 3 of our special Saturday triple header between the Broncos and Lions coming up. We'll return with John Sashauer from the studio. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or apply stop to opt out. Not available in all states. For risks and restrictions, visit orhealth.com. Use as directed.
Do you want to help take back control of your drinking? Do you want a stronger heart, a healthier liver, and clearer skin? Do you want more energy, better sleep, and more mental clarity? What about improved relationships and performance at work? Help take back control of your drinking with OrHealth. OrHealth provides access to medication to help make it easier to drink less or quit. With OrHealth, you could feel more in control in just days. To see if OrHealth is right right for you. Text ASSIST to 323232. You'll be sent a secure link to a private online assessment. It takes just a few minutes. Most people do it right on their smartphone. If treatment is right for you, a licensed healthcare professional will prescribe medication directly online. OrHealth then sends meds right to your door in discreet packaging. Everything is private, convenient, affordable, and judgment-free. Get started by texting ASSIST to 323232. Take back control with OrHealth. Text the word ASSIST to 323232. Text ASSIST to 323232.
Hi everyone, John Station with our Westwood One Studios. Coming up, the completion of the Saturday tripleheader. Broncos, Lions in Detroit. The Vikings earlier today lost. We'll have some details on that coming up, but it means a Detroit victory tonight. They'll have a 3-game lead in the NFC North with 3 games to go. A division title would give them their first home playoff game in 30 years. But they're facing the red-hot Broncos, who began the season 1-5, have since then won 6 of 7. This week I spoke with Detroit wideout Josh Reynolds, asked him about this Denver team.
I think they're kind of finding their stride as a defensive unit, and really as a team in general. They're getting those turnovers, whether they're one in the league right now. And for us, that's kind of been a big harp is ball security, especially the past couple of weeks with turnovers we've been dealing with. So ball security's been at a premium. But yeah, man, they got some great guys. They got some great players over there. But we got a good scheme that Ben's been putting together, and we're gonna be attacking a little bit.
All right, let's talk about the season. You had that great 4-game winning streak. You were, winning games convincingly. Probably hard to keep up that earlier pace. A couple losses, some more narrow wins. I guess Lions fans probably freaking out a little bit. But, what are your thoughts on how the team is playing right now?
I think you're right, man. I think, earlier in the season we had a lot more explosives and it looked good for fans, and now, unfortunately, we getting later in the season and teams playing their best ball. So, the yards are a little more stingy when it comes out there. So, I know it's not what the fans want to see, but we're gritting out wins right now, and that's how we keep doing.
Josh, I remember watching Hard Knocks a couple years ago, and Dan Campbell sung some praise. He had a name for you. I don't know if we can repeat that, what the name he had for you, but tell us about playing for Dan Campbell.
Man, he is authentic. It's not always as crazy as it appears. It's always got a message to it, a meaning, and so it keeps you on your toes for sure, man. But I tell you what, it's awesome being able to play for a genuine guy like Dan.
Josh, we appreciate the time. Best of luck. Take care.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's Josh Reynolds, and he spoke about Dan Campbell, who goes way back with Sean Payton, back almost 25 years to when Campbell was drafted by the Giants, and Payton was an assistant. They were together in Dallas, New Orleans. Campbell later Payton's assistant there. So last season, while Payton wasn't coaching, he was paying attention to the Lions, who began their season 1-6, and Detroit then went 8-2.
I used the Lions because it was recent and relevant, because look, at 1-5, you still, the number one thing is the team you have to have is hope and a vision and an understanding and a belief. And I think that, to credit our locker room, it was an example. It wasn't because I knew Dan. It was a team, though, that had just been in our position, rolled up their sleeves and went to work. And that's what you have to do in this league.
Payton's Broncos come in tonight, suddenly only 1 game behind the 7-time defending AFC West champion Chiefs. Coming up, we'll tell you what's already happened today. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-330-2929. That's 800-330-2929. 800-330-2929.
On game day,
There's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Can't sleep with this cold.
Honey.
Honey?
Honey. You need NyQuil Severe Honey.
NyQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a dreamy honey taste.
Feeling better, honey? Honey? I'll take that as yes.
Try NyQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu symptom relief. NyQuil Severe with honey flavor. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever. Honeylicious, best sleep with a cold. Medicine.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Helix Wireless transforms how people and businesses connect through patented smart SIM technology, connecting everything, everywhere. Helix delivers the IoT wireless connections that businesses need to succeed. Relied on by the world's top companies, Helix provides a comprehensive suite of connectivity solutions for businesses of all sizes, whether you're a startup, small business, or major enterprise. To learn more, visit helixwireless.co. Helix Wireless, a proud partner of the WFAN.
I'm John Stanchauer. We've got Denver and Detroit coming up. The Broncos 7-6 coming in, just like all four teams who've already played today. At Indianapolis, the Steelers led 13-0. The Colts scored the next 30. They won going away. They've won 5 of 6. If Jacksonville loses tomorrow night to Baltimore, the Colts are tied for first AFC South. Steelers going the opposite way. 3 straight losses. They're now in last place, AFC North. They trail Cincinnati, who today got an Evan McPherson field goal in overtime for its first lead of the day. Bengals won a wild one over the Vikings, 27-24 in overtime. 3 straight wins for Cincinnati, 2 of them in OT, and that's without Joe Burrow. And with Jake Browning, the Vikings have, since that 5-game win streak, lost 3 of the last 4. They've been by 1, 2, and 3 points. We'll have much more on these games coming up at halftime, but coming up back to Ford Field, we'll rejoin J.P. Shadrick and Mike Golick. They'll have the keys to the game. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Wager at BetMGM to earn BetMGM rewards points that can be redeemed for online credits. You can also redeem your points at MGM resorts nationwide. Play, earn, and enjoy with BetMGM rewards. Please gamble responsibly. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer. All promotions subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets. Bonus bets expire in 7 days from issuance. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older to wager. U.S. promotional offers not available in D.C., Mississippi, New York, or Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER in Colorado, Washington, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP in Arizona. Call 1-800-327-5050 in Massachusetts. Call 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa and 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help in Michigan. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Welcome back to Ford Field, downtown Detroit, Michigan. Saturday night in the National Football League, the Denver Broncos and the Detroit Lions coming up. Playoff implications all around. J.P. Shadrick and Mike Golick. And it's time for Mike's Keys to the Game, sponsored by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there for the help you need, whether it's online, on the phone, or on the State Farm mobile app. Well, the Broncos haven't made the playoffs since 2015 when they won Super Bowl 50. How about keys for the Broncos?
Well, I mean, again, we've talked about how this offense has been playing extremely well the last few games, and Detroit has been susceptible deep. The last 4 games, they've given up 7 receptions of over 30 yards. Russell Wilson, one of the best, if not the best, deep ball thrower in the league, and Detroit is 25th in sacks, so sometimes pressure isn't there. So I could see Russell Wilson having some time to throw the ball on defense. Listen, we talked about how great they've been the last few games as well on the defensive side. Vance Joseph, they're 7th in the league in blitz rate. They love to come after you with those exotic blitzers. And what I love, JP, the last game they had 6 different players get a sack, so you can't just key in on one guy.
The Lions looking for a playoff berth for the first time since 2016. How about Detroit tonight?
Run the ball, right? They've had 11 games this year of over 100 yards. Denver not doing well against the run, last in the league. And while Jared Goff has good numbers, he has been susceptible to that turnover, so sustain the run. And on defense, listen, Sutton for Denver is a deep ball guy as well. He's had over 30-yard completions in 5 straight games, so get some pressure, try and make Russell Wilson move if you can, even though he's very good at that, but watch that deep throw.
There you have it, the keys to the game. It's teacher versus pupil. Broncos head coach Sean Payton and Lions head coach Dan Campbell. And a matchup of wits, let's say, tonight. This should be interesting with Sean Payton, of course, in his first year with the Broncos. Dan Campbell in his third year with the Detroit Lions. The Broncos in their road whites tonight, navy blue numbers, white pants, white jerseys, the navy blue helmet with the horse head logo on each side. The Lions in Honolulu blue jerseys and pants, silver helmets with a leaping lion. And Detroit won the toss, and they will receive. So Will Lutz is on to kick it away left to right for the Denver Broncos. Craig Reynolds deep to return. The long approach, the swing of the right leg, and the end-over-end kickoff is away. Reynolds drifting to his right, has it at the goal line, coming out to the 5. Right numbers 10 to the 15, across the 20. Lowers his shoulder and powers his legs ahead to about the 26-yard line, where it's 1st and 10 for the Detroit Lions. A 27-yard kickoff return. And our first look at Jared Goff and this Lions offense. Over the last 4 weeks, the Lions have turned it over 10 times. 9 of those attributed to Jared Goff, interceptions or fumbles. They have a two-headed monster in the backfield of David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Montgomery starts the game as a single back, and Goff is under center on 1st and 10 from the 25. A play fake, and Goff, the right-hander, back to throw. Standing in a clean pocket, late pressure, has to roll right to the number. Still looking downfield, and then throws it into the Denver Broncos bench. On 1st down, it's incomplete.
Well, that's going to be an interesting thing tonight is how much time Jared Goff has. You have the starting 5 that you're used to having, but this is their 9th different offensive line combination, and that's the part of the team and position that you need moving in unison the most. So finally they have the 5 back together, but they have definitely been nicked up.
2nd and 10 for the Lions from their own 25, moving right to left. Goff works out of the gun, running back off his left hip. The number high snap, and Goff back to throw. Quick release left side. On the boundary, it's caught. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown, breaks the tackle at the 35. Goes back middle of the field to the 40. Across the 45, where he's knocked down at around the 47-yard line. Amon-Ra St. Brown with a huge catch and twisted him up at the 1st down for Detroit.
Not a big man, but he shook P.J. Locke's tackle right on the sideline when you try and use the sideline as your best friend. Locke wasn't able to do it. Just got his arms around the waist. St. Brown does a great job spinning and going back into the middle of the field where he has some friends that can help him block a little bit.
It's a 21-yard catch and run for Amon-Ra St. Brown, and 1st down Detroit from their own 46, moving right to left. Goff makes a shift, moves Sam Laporta, the tight end, into the fullback spot, offset to the right, and the single back now. It's a play fake, rolling to the right, looking back to the left, deep throw down the left side, has a man in single coverage. It's knocked away at the last moment, intended for Jamison Williams, and Justin Simmons, the safety, 8th-year player out of Boston College, got his left hand on the football.
This guy's done it a few times, right? Been in the league, as you mentioned, 8 years. That was his 64th pass breakup right there, to go along with his 30 interceptions, more than any of the other players since 2016. Excellent coverage. It's usually the offhand that gets you in trouble, and it did not there.
After the incompletion, 2nd down and 10 from their own 46 for the Detroit Lions. 0-0 score, opening drive. Back to throw Goff. Looks left, throws into the flat to the running back. Caught at the 45 between the numbers and sideline. It's David Montgomery trying to twist out of a couple tackles. Jonathan Cooper, the strong side linebacker, came over to wrap him up. 3rd-year man out of Ohio State. And 3rd down and 6 upcoming.
Sometimes I think teams just want to make me look bad. Didn't I say in the beginning they've had 11 games of over 100 yards rushing, a two-headed monster, excellent rushing attack? They haven't run the ball yet. Seriously. What's Dan Campbell? What's he doing down there to me?
Well, Denver, doesn't fare well against the run either on defense.
Come on. I mean, let's go. That's the game plan.
And they empty the backfield for you now. So 5 in the formation for the Lions on 3rd down and 6. Goff outstretches his arms. He has the football. Throws to the right side. It's incomplete. Out of the reach of David Montgomery again, the running back in the right flat. Had he caught it, he might have had some green grass out there to turn up for a 1st down. Instead, the punting team is on for the Lions.
Yeah, that's on Goff. Yeah, that